Every single day, millions of South Africans drive on national highways, the N1, the N2, the N3. But here's something most people never thought about. Those roads are not just roads. They are some of the most engineered, controlled, and carefully designed systems in the entire country. And if even one part of that system fails, traffic doesn't just slow down, the entire economy starts to feel it. So the question is, what actually makes a national highway a national highway? And why are they so different from the roads you drive on every day? Because once you see it, you will never look at the N1 the same way again. So what actually makes a road a national highway? Because it's not just about size. It's not just about having multiple lanes, and it's definitely not just about being busy. In South Africa, a national road is defined by one key thing: who looks after it. These roads are looked after by an organization called SANRAL. Their job isn't just to build roads, it's to make sure that the whole country is connected. Think about the system like a giant tree. The single-digit roads like the N1, the N2, and the N3 are the trunk. They are the main parts of the system that carry the most weight and connect our biggest cities. Then you have the roads with two numbers like the N17 or N18. Think of these as the supporting routes. While the trunk holds everything up, these roads act like the branches. Their job is to fill the gaps, reaching out to specific towns and borders to pull them into the main system. The N in the name literally stands for national, and here's something most people don't realize. These roads are not designed for where people live. They're designed for where the economy moves. That's why they connect big cities, harbors, and borders, not every single neighborhood. So the next time you're on the highway, remember, you're not just driving on a road, you're driving on the main trunk of the entire country. Have you ever noticed that you can immediately feel when you enter a national highway? The car becomes quieter, the drive becomes smoother, and everything just feels easier. That's not by accident, it's engineering. Because national highways are not just a layer of tar on the ground. They are built in layers, each with a specific job. At the bottom, you have the natural ground. Then, above that natural ground, you have a prepared layer or layers that are compacted and stabilized. Then a base layer, usually made from crushed stone, designed to carry heavy loads like trucks. And only at the very top do you get the asphalt that you actually drive on. So when your car feels smooth, it's not just because of the surface, it's because of everything underneath it working together. And here's the crazy part. Some of these roads are designed to last 20 to 30 years while carrying thousands of heavy trucks every single day. Now, compare that to many local roads where you sometimes get potholes after just one rainy season. That's the difference between a road that's designed for light traffic and a road that's designed to carry an entire country. Here's something you've probably noticed. You never see traffic lights on national highways. And that's not just for convenience, it's by design. Because the moment you introduce traffic lights, you introduce stopping. And stopping is the enemy of efficiency. Think about a truck carrying goods from Durban to Johannesburg. If that truck had to stop at a traffic light every few kilometers, the trip would take longer. Fuel consumption would increase. Braking and accelerating a 50-ton truck consumes significantly more fuel than keeping it at a constant 80 kilometers per hour. Stopping once can cost the truck liters of diesel. Costs would go up, and eventually, prices in the shops that you and I go to would go up too. So instead of traffic lights, highways use interchanges, those big bridges and loops you see, where one road passes over or under another. That allows cars to keep moving continuously without ever having to stop. And there's another reason for this: safety. At high speeds, stopping suddenly is dangerous. Traffic lights would create points where fast-moving vehicles are forced to stop, which massively increases the risk of accidents. So highways are designed for one main goal: keep traffic flowing. No stopping, no interruptions, just movement. Because the smoother the flow, the more efficiently the entire country moves. Now, here's something that might completely change how you see highways. Cars are not the main reason these roads are designed the way that they are. Trucks are. In fact, one heavy truck can cause the same damage as thousands or even tens of thousands of cars. Yes, one truck. Because road damage doesn't increase in a straight line. It increases exponentially with weight. So when a truck axle gets heavier, the damage it causes increases dramatically. That's why highways are built so strong. Not because of the cars that you and I drive, but because of the trucks carrying goods across the country every single day. And this also explains something else. Why you sometimes see trucks restricted to certain lanes. It's not random. It's to control how the road wears over time. If all the heavy trucks drove everywhere across all lanes, the entire road would deteriorate much faster. So engineers actually design and manage highways with trucks as the main priority. Cars just benefit from it. So the next time you're driving on a smooth highway, just remember this: that road wasn't really built for you. It was built to survive trucks. Now, here's something most people don't realize. National highways are not just built and left alone. They are constantly monitored in real time. There are cameras along major routes, traffic sensors embedded in roads, and control centers tracking what's happening across the network. So when there's an accident or traffic suddenly slows down, operators often know almost immediately, and they can respond quickly, dispatching emergency services, clearing incidents, and managing traffic flow. But it goes even deeper than that. Engineers are also monitoring the condition of the road itself, checking for early signs of damage, tracking how the surface is wearing over time, and planning maintenance before things get bad. Because here's the main idea here. It's far cheaper to maintain a road or any infrastructure early than to rebuild it later. That's why you'll sometimes see roadworks on highways that look perfectly fine. It's not because something is wrong with that road. It's because engineers are preventing something from going wrong. So while you're driving, it might feel like just another road, but behind the scenes, there's an entire system working 24/7 just to keep that road performing the way that it should. Now, let's talk about something that almost every South African has an opinion about: toll roads. Because the question is simple: why do we have to pay to use some highways but not others? And the answer comes down to one thing: funding. Building and maintaining national highways is extremely expensive. We're talking about billions of rands, and government doesn't always have enough money to build and maintain everything all at once. So in some cases, they use toll roads, where the people who use the road help pay for it. In theory, it makes sense. The more you use the road, the more you contribute. But in reality, it becomes controversial because people feel like they're being charged for something that should already be covered by taxes, especially when the toll fees are high or when there are no good alternative routes. And that's why some toll projects in South Africa have faced major public resistance, because while the engineering makes sense, the social and economic impact is a completely different conversation. So toll roads are not just an engineering decision. They're also a political and economic decision. So the next time you get onto a national highway, the N1, the N2, the N3, it's worth remembering something. You're not just driving on a road, you're driving on a system. A system designed to move millions of people, a system designed to transport goods across the entire country and quietly support the economy every single day. Hi everyone, the South African engineer here. If this explanation was useful, please like the video, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Every subscription is a brick used to build the Engineering Explained house. Let's build this house together. Thank you for watching.